Hello friends, today we will do an exercise simple for you because we have been doing such exercises in connection with all the tenses that we have been learning. Now you can see WH questions. I have given you some 15 sentences here and we have to make WH questions or question word questions. Okay. So then we have got the question words here written. What, when, which, why, where, who, whom, whose, how much, how many, how far, how long, how often. These are the question words usually that we use in English. So let's see, first one, he had been drawing water. So you have to say, you have to get the answer water. So you will say what? What had he been drawing? Listen, what had he been drawing? So I think you know the preliminaries of question words, making question word questions, isn't it? First you change them into yes or no and then find out the appropriate question word, bring it in the beginning of the sentence, then the yes or no question that will remain. The question word you bring and you put it in the beginning of the sentence. We have been doing it, that's why I am not repeating it. Okay? Or you want me to do it in the first one. In that case you can see, first is you have to say like this, had he been drawing water. Then instead of water you put what and bring what here. What had he been drawing? And then question word here. So, see, we have been doing it, so I think that if I do it again, you will get bored, that's it. Okay, next. The boy had been playing mischief because he had nothing to do. Sometimes it happens like that. So the question word will be why. Why had the boy been playing mischief? Mischief. So you will write the question like this, why had the boy been playing mischief? Understand? I think that's not easy for you. The girls have been working on the farm. So if you want to get the question answer on the farm, you have to use where. Where had the girls been working? Understand? Where had the girls been working? Hope you will write down. She had been teaching us English. You want to say, you have to get the answer she. So then, who had been teaching you English? Us will become you. Who had been teaching you English? Next, fifth one, the students had been talking to the principal. You want to get the answer to the principal, then you have to say whom. Whom had the students been talking? Whom had the students been talking? 6. They had been doing it well. You have to get the answer well, then you should answer, the question word is how. How had they been doing it? How had they been doing it? Okay. 7th one. He had been wasting a lot of time. So you have to say a lot of time as an answer, you have to say how much time had he been wasting? How much time had he been wasting? Okay, next. 8. They had been agitating for days. You get the answer days, then you have to say how many days had they been agitating? How many days had they been agitating? Alright, next one, 9. My father had been doing my work. So, my work is whose work your father had been? Whose work had your father been doing? Whose work had your father been doing? Once again, whose work had your father been doing? I think you have taken that down. And then they had been going to various places. Various places, you want to get the answer, then where? Where had they been going? where had they been going? Alright? Now 11th one, my students had been rearranging my shelf. So, whose shelf had your students been rearranging? Whose shelf had your students been rearranging? My students will become your students. Understand? And my shelf will become your shelf. Okay. Young people have been working hard for the pleasure of doing it. So you want to get the answer, the pleasure of doing it, why? So you have to say, why had young people been working hard? Why had young people been working hard? Question mark. They had been selling milk. You want to get the answer, milk. What had they been selling? Next one, he had been demonstrating the experiment. So you have to say, who had been demonstrating the experiment? Or what had he been demonstrating? If you want to get experiment as the answer, then you should begin the question with what. If you want he as the answer, you have to begin the question by who. Listen. Alright, so I will take some of these and once again explain as say specimen we can say. So it becomes easier I think for you. Alright, so let's take the third one. So the process, I think you remember, they had been agitating for days. So they had been agitating for days. So first I told you have to change that into an yes or no question. Then it will be had they been agitating for days. Then you have to say, you have to get this as an answer. You must say how many. How many. So you can take from this list now. You cannot say what, when and so on. So you have to say how many. And bring how many at the beginning. How many for many days now. For days. How many days had they been agitating? So you will get as the answer 4 days. How many days mean 4 days? It's for 5 days, 6 days, 7 days like that. Understand? And then next, my father had been doing my work. So it's alright, I will take this. As simple things you have been doing it. That's why I am not giving much importance today. So you understand? Yes. So my father had been doing my work. I have no time and their work is doing it. So you have to say, had your father been doing your work. So in that case, you have to say, had your father been doing your work. So what is the question word that you will take? Let's say again, whose. So then you say, whose your work. That is the name. So whose work had your father been doing? So you want to get the answer as your. So whose work had your father been doing? So first, if you have got any doubt, then immediately what you should do is change into an yes or no question. Then you find out the appropriate question word and use that question. A suitable question word. Appropriate question word means suitable question word. And then you rewrite the whole thing into a question. Yes, I think that now is clear to you, no problem. Now, what remains is uses of the past perfect continuousness that we will do tomorrow or the next day or when we get time. So till then, bye. Have a nice time. Hope that you are following.